Moro mire! Welcome back to my YouTube channel / podcast. My name is Ann-Adeva and I am black. So I've just been like watching my podcast back lately because I'm really obsessed with myself. If you don't know that now, you know. But I've been watching myself back lately and I've been like, girl, we need to talk. I don't look like a real person in my episodes. I look like I'm giving you a PowerPoint presentation with like and that's really not what the aim that I was going for with the podcast. My lord, I thought it was going to be like a structured environment for me to like have conversations with you guys about things that are on my mind. But when I look back, I'm like, Sheila, you're in danger, girl. You are in danger. So anyways, I just also wanted to show you guys my hair. I dyed it myself. I'm so proud. So proud. I also did my own makeup. I feel like I used a little bit too much blush today, but I don't care because why not be extra? Life is too short to be ordinary. So today I want to talk about some stuff, right? So I'm going to reveal this in the next episode, but there's something that's happening right now. I mean, it's like really good news or information or whatever, but there's something that's happening right now that I need to happen first before I can like, give you more details on the situation. But it just gave me the idea to talk about 10 things that I've learned since I've moved to Germany. Like, because if you don't know, I've been living in Germany for over 2 years now. It's been, for the most part, a great experience because I got to learn the language. I got to know a lot of people. I am meeting more people that I vibe with, that I feel like are going to be part of my tribe, like more long-term friends. So if you also don't know, I used to live in Finland at some point very shortly for like I think 5 months for a student exchange, and there I also met like lifelong friends of mine. One even has a child. Shout out to you. I'm not gonna say your name because he's a very private person, but like one of them even has a child now and we're still friends, and I really like his wife and like their whole family. I'm just really happy for him because I knew like when we met, he was always talking about like, I just want to find like a really nice lady and have some babies and settle down, and he's always really wanted that for himself. And I can see that by like how excited he is to be a dad, bruh. Like he posts about his child more than anything. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, and I just feel like I've also been meeting those kinds of people for my own life here in Germany as well. The kind of people that I feel like I'd want to invite home with me, or people that I just feel like if I were to have a big event in my life, I'd want them to be there and celebrate with me. You guys already know Angelina by name or by face, I don't care, but that's my bestie. That's like my closest friend since I got here. So anyways, first thing that I learned is that everybody's on their own. I mean, everybody is on their own. Like in Finland, also people are on their own. But in Germany, it's a little intenser. Like it's really intense. Like people are really by themselves. Like people are nice. People are friendly. But they are not very like social, Even if you go out to like a club or something or a party, people like come in their cliques and they stay in their cliques like the whole night. Like that's period. You won't see more than that. That's how it is here in Germany. But if you look at like other countries, like people are a little more sociable. Like people are like more inclined to be like close to you, be friends with you and all this stuff. But like here in Germany, it's like man up say, for real. Like even if you have a problem, you have to deal with it by yourself. Unless you meet, like I found in Germany, when I meet foreigners, like other people who are also not like born in Germany or whatever, or at least people who are like mixed with another ethnicity, they've been to another country or something, they're more likely to be like close and open and friendly and like helpful and like kind of like stick to you in some sense. So another thing that I've also learned is that the independence that I thought I had all my life was a scam. It was all a lie. It was fake. I have the receipts. It was all a lie. I thought all my life, I was like, I'm so independent, I'm so mature, because if also I'm a firstborn child, so I'm very responsible and I have a lot of responsibilities and I do a lot of stuff. And I felt all my life, I was like, I'm so independent, I can do everything, You come to Germany, you will learn the real the real meaning of independence. Like, you have to be so independent, because most of the things can only be done by you. Like, you cannot ask anyone to do something for you or pick up something for you, because let's say you need to call the bank or something about your bank account. You have like a customer number or a customer code that only you know, and you obviously cannot show your data to your information to other people. I'm even using data like a German Datenschutz. Alter. But yes, like, you can't like give other people access to such information like that, because also, number one, it's not safe, and number two, if you guys don't really know each other on that level, you can't just trust anybody with your legal papers. So like, number three that I've learned is that people speak more German than you would like to admit. Like, people really speak German in Germany. First, when I came, like, obviously if you've watched movies or series or anything, you will notice that people in Germany do speak English. Like, they have a German accent, but they speak English. Like in Finland, I thought it would be like in Finland, how people in Finland speak English even though they speak Finnish like 100% of the time. If you approach them and you speak English, they will speak English to you. But in Germany, you will find people that literally don't speak any English at all. And where I lived, it was like in Darmstadt, which is like not a small town per se, but it is not as big as other towns. And they're like, you learn very fast that people speak German. Like, even at immigration offices or at the bank or something, people speak German. And I don't understand why, because like in other countries, usually, even in Namibia, people speak English at very international buildings, like at the bank, at the police station, at the immigrations, where else can I say, at the doctor's office. I remember there was a time my boyfriend had like a medical emergency and he couldn't get any assistance because everybody at the hospital/clinic only spoke German. So, wild. But fortunately for me, it was a chance to like really expand on my German knowledge, and I'm very fluent in German now, and I'm very proud of myself because I did the thing. I did the damn thing. But also, I feel like my mood and my vibe and my attitude today is just so so elevated. Okay, anyways, let's move on. That's how my boyfriend laughs. I'm gonna make a video one day and put it on my vlog. That's how he laughs. So another thing that I've learned about Germany is that you will miss your family more than you think, because here you live by yourself. Like, if I can give you an example, like the reason also why I don't vlog a lot is because I'm always by myself, and in Germany life is very fast. That's going to be like the next thing I'm going to say. So let's make it a 2-in-1. You are alone more than you think, or you miss your family more than you think, and life is very fast. So let's say I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm a student, of course. If you don't know, now you know. So I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, or usually at 7, because I have to be at the library at 9 to meet my friend Yashi, to study with her. So you wake up at 7. You wake up, you take a shower, you have breakfast, you make your bed, tidy up your room, you pack your bag for the day. I go to the gym after I go to the library, so I have to like either get dressed in my gym wear or pack it in my backpack, like my gym bag, and then go to the library for 8 hours until 4 p.m. and come back from the library and go to the gym, stay at the gym for like 2 hours or an hour and a half, and then go home, after the gym, which is like half an hour to an hour to go home. So in all this, I've only been with one person the whole day. I've only interacted with one person, one single individual. If I had a class or anything with Yashi, I'm probably going to sit next to her. In the class, we will not be talking to each other. The professor will be talking the entire time, and then before you know it, the class is over. Time for me to go to another class or to leave the campus. So there's not really like a lot of opportunity for you to like, talk to people. And that creates a lot of loneliness and sadness. And also something that I noticed on somebody else's podcast, I won't say their name because I don't want to be affiliated with that person, but she said basically like depression, and she was talking about how most of the people in like in a state of depression in Europe or anywhere else is like black people, but I don't think so. But anyways, that's what she said. But I believe that as well, because when I talk to other black people, like when we had the queer and black brunch, we were having a lot of conversations about the struggles as Black people in the world and in Europe and in Germany and just in general, and not only like Black struggles but also like the queer struggle, and how, like, you know, there's even this one person who said that she has been blocked on Tinder because she's trans, and people just block her profile because obviously if you're trans and you're on the app, you're presenting as a woman, and I guess people don't like that, or they are transphobic, and they just block her or report her account, and then in that way, like, she got banned from the app. So in that sense, like, you are alone more than you would like to be, and you don't have like new memories to create. Like, you don't create new memories because you're either always by yourself or you're with your friend, and you know, like, you obviously don't want to like go to the mall or whatever all by yourself all the time. Like, I'm fine with being by myself, but like, at what point does it stop, y'all? Is the bus still running? Because I'm trying to get, you know, some social life in me. I'm trying to do some stuff. I'm trying to, you know, have experiences, come up with new memories, go to new places, eat new food, all that stuff. And another thing that I've also learned is that people don't have time. Like, life is very fast, of course, but people don't have time. Like, everybody's schedule is different. Let's say I'm studying data and discourse at the University of Darmstadt. I have class 3 times a week, right? Monday to Wednesday. And then my other friend, who's maybe also from the same university, let's just, so we can keep it close, right? She studies the same course, but she has different classes. So she has class from Wednesday to Friday. So we don't get to meet because on Monday to Wednesday I'm in class, and Wednesday to Friday she's in class. And if we meet after class, we might either have to go to work on the days when we are free, or we have to go to the gym or something else like that, and we won't spend a lot of time together. Even if it's an hour or something like that, it's not really enough compared to how much time I used to spend with my friends in Namibia. Like, I would go out with my friends, like I would go out with Rosie maybe on Thursday, and then Friday we go to campus together because we have exactly the same classes, because your bachelor's degree, if you choose the same subjects, you have exactly the same classes. And then after class, we'll maybe go and have kapana somewhere, and then we go home or we go out again. And then Saturday we chill at my house or her house, and you know, like that vibe. It's more time, I would say, but nobody really has time. And if people do have time, it's never at the same time as you, so you guys are just like flying past each other always. Another thing that I want to say is guys, clothes. Like, I don't find clothes that fit my body. If you guys don't know, my body is like this, right? And the clothes are like this. And it's very hard for me to find anything that fits. I literally just did a clothing haul video, and I was like, I bought 8 jumpsuits, 8 jumpsuits with like seamless material, which is like the stretchy kind. I bought 8 of them, and only 2 of them fit me, and all 8 of them were larges. And the 2 that did fit me have like this weird thing at the pants, and I feel like it's not only me, because I have another friend of mine who's also a large, but she's taller than me, and she says like the only reason why that situation doesn't happen to her is because she's so tall. Obviously, you know, the clothes like fit her all the way. And what else? How many have we done so far? Another thing that I've also learned is that you need to learn, like I remember my uncle had told me this when I moved here. He told me you need to be careful of your friends, and you need to make sure that you surround yourself with the right people. And first I was like, oh, you know, old people, they like to give this advice. Everybody's against you, the whole world is evil, blah blah blah. So I thought that was a kind of vibe, but honestly he was very correct, because I'm studying, you know, I can't obviously be vibing with other people that don't do the same things, because it's very easy to get lost here in Germany, because no one is checking up on you and the things you have to do. No one is reminding you to come to work. Nobody is checking even if you go to work. Like, I remember when I used to work, I just check in on the machine and I work. There was a time that I was 30 minutes late because I got wet in the rain and I had to change my clothes at home quickly. Nobody noticed. I had to go to the boss and be like, hey, I was 30 minutes late today. In case you see my time log, because I was rained on. I was trying to call, but nobody picked up. But generally, nobody is coming to you to ask you to do your assignments. Nobody is coming to you to ask you to pay your rent, to pay your phone bill, to do anything responsible. Like, nobody. Because, you know, at home, like, it's easy for my mom to ask me, like, you know, did you pay the Wi-Fi this month? Did you pay the electricity this month? Did you cook for yourself? It's very easy for your mom to, like, you know, or even your siblings to be like, bruh, did you pay the Showmax? Did you pay the Netflix? Because maybe you guys share an account or something like that. And it's easy for your lecturers to also remind you guys in class, like, hey, this assignment is due on this date. If you don't submit it, they'll obviously say, like, you know, these people didn't submit. Here in Germany, if you don't submit this, the semester will close. You'll fail the course. Life goes on. So you have to be responsible for yourself. That's one thing that I learned. And if you're not responsible for yourself, it's very, very likely that you are, like, going to suffer the consequences of not being responsible, because nobody's gonna come and say, hey, you know, we need to fix this thing, we need to check on this thing together. It's you against the world, period. Point blank. No two stories. And that's one thing that I feel like, regardless of where you live, is kind of good, because then it gives you, like, more personal responsibility over yourself, and you're able to manage your life better and, like, control your life more in that way, you know. Also, another thing that I want to say, just to close off the video, is that you are very likely to meet people that match with your goals for your life here in Germany, because and not just in Germany, I would say in Europe in general, because people of the same, like, network or lifestyle or whatever, they naturally gravitate towards each other. Like, it's very easy to find someone who likes fitness if you go to the gym, because then maybe you guys join a Zumba class together or whatever, and then you have, like, a friend of yours to, you know, like, it's easier to network with people who like to do the same things that you want to do. Like, if you want to come up with a podcast, it's very easy for you to just go on Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, and just be like, hey guys, I'm looking for people that want to do whatever, and then people can get in touch with you. Whereas in Namibia, like, I felt like the people that I would meet that are in the same field as me or interested in the same stuff, they wouldn't really be consistent or give me, like, the same energy that I'm giving, you know. It would just be like me forcing, and the other person is not doing that much. And not to call this person out, but, like, I had a podcast before. I had a podcast with a very close friend of mine, and I felt like that was also the vibe for me, because I had, like, such a big, huge vision for the podcast, because she has such an amazing personality, and she's so good at, like, you know, capturing people with her voice and her personality and her attitude. Like, once you listen to her, you just will not stop listening to her. Like, she even has a TikTok now, and she has, like, a lot of followers on the TikTok, you know. So when I had the podcast with her as well, it was like me doing most of the work. And that's also why the podcast fell apart. And I feel like when people have this individual responsibility thing, you know, like, I have to manage my own stuff, I have to make sure my stuff work out, then it's much easier for you to, like, stay together and, like, work on something and learn from one another and grow and so with that being said, I also think that every person in this world should travel to another country and experience something totally different. It doesn't have to be Europe. It can also just be, like, in your continent, in your region. Yeah, like, you could also just go to South Africa. I've never been to South Africa. I've never actually been to any other African country. I've only been to South Africa, but that was, like, as a layover to the country that I was initially going to. So yeah, I think it's very good to travel, to learn different cultures, to learn different things. That's why I'm also starting to learn Portuguese, because I feel like I want to learn more and I want to experience more things, because there's so much out there in this world that we just always leave to our imagination instead of, you know, getting up and getting it done. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this approach to the podcast is more inviting and lighter, you know, and keeping you there. And if you were there before anyways, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the podcast. Do send us a voice note on Spotify. We would love to hear what you guys think about the podcast, or just any ideas that you have. So with that being said, see you in the next one.